Welcome back on the AM show, and from Parliament and everything that has been happening there, we addressed this topical issue as far as the spillage of the Akosombo Dam is concerned. Now, we know that the Mankralo of the Bator traditional area had spoken forcefully for his people, stating that they had to be relocated and compensated, without which he would bus his people to the Saglemi affordable housing unit. Now, they gave a 2-week ultimatum. Guess what? This weekend will be the deadline. We're going to have a bit of interaction to find out what led to this entire situation and what more we can expect. In fact, we're going to have some conversations on the back of this. But let's now connect with Carlos Kaloni. He has been monitoring this development. Carlos, good morning. What can you tell us about the activities or what led to this stance by the Mankralo of Bator?
All right, Benjamin, this actually happened on the 29th of October 2023 when the Tobinco group of companies presented some relief items to flood victims in one of the communities. And so, according to the Sogbe Heavy Boboji, the 7th, many of the communities that the residents live in, got flooded to the extent that most of the houses there got demolished, destroyed. And so going back is not in the equation at all, because where are they going to? And according to him, due to what has been predicted, but that the spillage of the Akosombo Dam was caused by heavy rain, they really cannot tell when the next rain is going to come. And so going back to such communities won't be the appropriate thing to do. And so, given the ultimatum, he gave the indication that since the incident happened about 4 weeks ago, they were yet to hear from government on government plans to relocate the people or to compensate them. And so he said that they were giving government 2 weeks from that 29th of October. And so come Sunday, the 2 weeks will elapse, within which they expect government to come up with a compensation plan or a relocation plan. If that does not happen by Sunday, the traditional leaders from the Mepe, Bator, Aveime area, all the affected areas, they are putting their heads together to provide bars for the people who have been affected, and they will lead a charge, gather all these people and bus them to the Saglemi housing site. And so we have some few days to go. Today is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. If nothing happens up to Sunday, then we are likely to see the traditional leaders of these areas, get these people and bus them to the Saglemi housing site. Benjamin. So that is the picture.
And from where you sit, obviously, that act of busing people to the Saglemi affordable housing unit is still on course, right? Slated for this weekend. It
is still on course, Benjamin. It is still on course. In fact, my sources at Bator area are telling me the traditional leaders have been meeting over this particular matter. And there are people, from the indications, there are people who are ready to even provide buses to these traditional leaders. And so plans are far advanced. They are just waiting for the ultimatum to elapse. Then they will rope in their plans. So that is it. And I believe that they are equally getting support from the residents. Some residents are in support of what the traditional leaders are calling for. What they need is just for the government to tell them the plan for compensation and relocation. But don't forget, these traditional leaders have made lands available for government to, put up structures for them. So according to them, they have done their part. They are just waiting for government to speak to the matter. That's all they are asking for. They want to hear from government. What is the plan for us? What is the relocation plan for us? What is the compensation plan for us? Tell us this within 2 weeks. And if you don't do that, this is what we're going to do. So it's up to government now to speak to them and tell them, well, this is the way forward on your demands, Benjamin.
Carlos, thank you so much for bringing us the scoop on that. Carlos Kaloni with our crew, of course, reporting on that matter. And if you missed it, the Mankralo of the Bator traditional area stating categorically that with the flooding and everything that has happened, the spillage which has led to the flooding and the washing away of part of the community under his jurisdiction, houses have been destroyed and all that. And they have called on government to help them in relocation or to compensate them, without which they will bust themselves this weekend, come Sunday, to the Saglemi housing site. Well, that's the latest development there. Stay with us. When we return after the break, we have a conversation with Dr. Ibn Chambers. We're going to be talking about some of the core issues happening in Ghana and this latest event that is being organized. We'll be right back.